Life provides ample of situations where it is important to keep an everlasting amount of resilience, as it's already known that life is like a roller coaster having its ups and downs. When we are presented with the upsides, we take them gleefully, but also manage to underestimate the difficulties of the downsides. Building a strong resilience to adversity is crucial for facing life's challenges, and in order to truly enjoy life, one should learn to live with the pain alongside the happiness they face daily. As a person that is able to take the punches is more than able to enjoy life with all its drawbacks. We should start discussing the steps by mentioning a big factor in this equation, which is self-awareness. Before starting to act, you should understand your strengths and weaknesses. Your emotions play a pivotal part in any situation, good or bad. Now, in order to build a strong resilience, one must know how to address his inner self through self-awareness. A person that has this core principle aced will be able to fundamentally figure out the best response and alongside find the inner peace that he so requires in the moment. Unfortunately, dealing with traumatic experiences comes down to how well you can take them and move on without it bogging you down. In order to develop such skill, one must step out of the day-to-day to reflect with themselves on the matter. Great practice to build such skills is to do activities like meditation, yoga, or even lone walks in places which are quiet enough for your inner mind to start speaking with you. Work on understanding your values and what gives your life meaning. Everyone has their own reason why, no matter how shallow you might think they are. In the end of the day, it's not meant to be shown off to anyone else. This is something that is made for you and only you. While doing those mental exercises, do put emphasis on your environment, as going through tough times require you to stand on solid ground. Building and maintaining strong social connections will help provide emotional support during tough times. For some, this task can be quite challenging considering the background they come from, but I can assure you that with the right mindset and approach, you will be able to slowly start working on these differences. One of my previous videos delves in depth about how to find such companionship, and I would suggest you to watch it to have a full and clear picture of the steps you could perform to reach the connection you would desire with others. It is very important to understand that being alone is not deliberately a bad thing or a curse. Sometimes even the most social of us must find time to reflect on our own insecurities and weaknesses away from distractions. A great aspect to think about while having the time for yourself is the idea of a positive outlook on circumstances in which you are facing or may face. Looking at the glass half full is as to say that no matter what might be the issue, you should always reflect on the good things rather than immediately and almost instinctually mope on the bad. For instance, view adversity as an opportunity for growth. Reflect on what you've learned from past challenges and how you've become more resilient overcoming them. Building strong resilience is knowing not to back down in the first moments when confronted with opposition, and seeing the good in the bad will provide the mental cushion that's required to push onward. Regularly express gratitude for the positive aspects of your life, as people always tend to see and remember the bad much faster and easier than the good. Now, while facing adversity, make sure you are grounding yourself in reality. Facts must be collected before assumptions can manifest into adversity that one must face. There will be times where adversity will begin to arise from suspicion. Make sure that before having any concrete conclusion on the circumstances, you collect the information you need to solidify the case, as there will be situations where one will encounter false hardships as a result of miscalculation and sporadic behavior that leads to even worse circumstances than should be. For that, you should try and enhance your ability to find solutions and make decisions. Find ways that will help you learn problem-solving skills and focus on them. Keep your mind balanced in reality and embrace change and uncertainty. Be open and willing to new experiences and different circumstances, as liquidity is more beneficial long-term for your mental health than pushback stubbornness. Going with the flow is a good overall tip for maintaining a positive outlook on life, but making sure to have boundaries is required, as you could drift away pretty quickly if you do not control your direction in the flow. Treat yourself with kindness, especially in challenging times. Try to avoid self-criticism and negative self-talk. I would not encourage to completely rule it out, as self-criticism is an important step in realizing and fixing your flaws. At the moments where you might encounter difficulties, you should put emphasis in ways you can work to solve the issue at hand, rather than indulge in acts of self-sabotage. Remember that there are always times for self-reflection, but they are never amidst a difficult situation. And finally, understand that physical health is just as detrimental to your mental health as any of the things that I have mentioned before it. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep will contribute to your overall well-being and resilience. Strive for a healthy work-life balance, avoid overcommitting, and find time to prioritize relaxation and leisure activities. Avoid harmful behaviors like substance abuse and identify healthy ways to cope with stress. Create a list of specific strategies and techniques that work for you in enhancing resilience. And remember that every adversity you might face will come and will go. They are not permanent, and they are most likely a figure of your overthinking and impulsivity. Remember that resilience is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. It's not about avoiding stress or adversity, but about how you respond to and grow from it. By incorporating these strategies into your life, you can become more resilient and better equipped to handle life's challenges. Thank you for watching. If there are any other topics I should cover, or if there is anything I've missed, let me know in the description. Until next time.